Yeah, I think it's a day I'll never forget. Just to get that bag of greens, a pretty proud moment for me, and to get a couple of wickets as well was fantastic.
Peter, it seemed like you bowled better balls than the ones that got you wickets. Would you agree with
Yeah, definitely. I think that the 2 wickets that I got were a bit of luck with them, but a little bit inconsistent, but pretty happy with how it went in the end. And Peter Siddle and James Pattinson as well bowled really well.
follow-up question? After the match, did Michael talk to the group about the fielding? Because it's a little bit off.
No, not really. There's nothing said about that. I thought we weren't too bad, to be honest.
Just thought that he would be pretty disappointed with that one incident.
Yeah, I'm sure no one likes to drop him. So, but we'll be all right. We'll get back on tomorrow and hopefully knock over the last 5 wickets and get on with the batting. Yeah. Yeah, it was obviously a special moment for me, and I won't forget that moment for the rest of my life. And he just said a few things that the last few years he's been watching me, and actually sat on a plane home with him one after the ODI I played here last year. So, but yeah, very special moment for me. Yeah, I said a few. It wasn't a big conversation, but yeah, little things that said there at the end there.
Daniel?
Mitchell, your first couple of deliveries really did bend. I mean, the first one went down the leg side, but the second one really tucked up Brendan McCullum. That's got to have dealt good that the ball was coming out of the hand nicely to do that.
Yeah, I feel like my bowling's been pretty good the last few weeks, and I feel like it's coming out pretty well. And I just got to work on that consistency to get that ball swinging, and to see it do a bit today was fantastic.
Ben?
Did you sort of try and bowl with the background you bowl, or was your first test obviously, but sort of putting the colour in now, so you sort of try and do the pattern you bowling?
Yeah, sure. I'm obviously not the loudest person on the field, but they say all the fast bowlers are a little bit aggressive in their own respect. But yeah, I didn't say anything too much out there at all, so I just tried to let my performances do the talking themselves.
Mitchell, wasn't a bad toss to lose. Can you give us any ideas on what your side was thinking?
I don't know what Michael was going to do if we won the toss, but yeah, I think for Pato and I and Davey Warner, we'll get his chance later on. But for us to sort of get out there and do the job and not have to sit in the change room and think too much about it for a few days was good for us.
2 things. One, it was explained why they went with the combination of bowlers with cutting missing out and you playing. And the second one, what happened after the first over when the 3 balls were cleared?
Yeah, nothing was said with why they went in that combination. They just we sat down last night and the team was told to us. But yeah, after that first over, obviously Brendan McCullum's a pretty dangerous player and can score pretty quickly. But we felt if we could get the ball up there in a good spot and get our fielders in play, obviously the slippers in play, and talked about if they're going to drive us through the covers, we're happy to take a few runs and obviously create those chances. So it's good to see the back of Brendan pretty early, I guess.
Just following up to that was similar to my question, but did it make you feel a little bit more nervous seeing what he'd done to the other debutant bowler there?
Not really. Brendan's obviously a pretty aggressive player and I guess doesn't leave too many balls, so we knew it was going to come hard. And I think Pato bowled pretty well and bowled to his plans. Obviously didn't. Obviously Brendan came off in that first over, but Pato bowled really well today, I thought. So yeah, he did well.
Peter Siddle seemed to be quite supportive today in his leading roles, being the team's strike bowler. What way was he helping?
Yeah, he was great today. I know he spoke to Pato and I a lot while we were bowling, and just trying to keep us in the present and keep the plans, the focus, and yeah. So he was great today and obviously bowled well as well.
Mitchell, you had some close calls with Brown in particular. I mean, he's got put on 80 now. What's the overall feeling? Eventually, I mean, you guys frustrated with the way to finish up?
They batted quite well, and Vittori's obviously scored a lot of runs in his career as well. So they're both good players, and we're going to have to sit down tonight and I guess think of our plans for tomorrow morning and hopefully get amongst them early and get into that long tail that they seem to have with Vittori batting 7. So yeah.
Sorry, this gentleman. Sorry. surprised by the overall approach like batsmen to this session. I don't think come from quite a lot of nice going for the shots.
No, not really. Obviously, Pato and I got to play against them in the A game, and they didn't really leave too many balls there either. It was a pretty good batting track at Allan Border Field, but we sort of came to today knowing that they weren't going to really try and leave too many balls, and they like to get bat on ball, and Brendan at the top likes to play shots, so we just wanted to get in there and try and stick to our plans, and obviously to get those 5 wickets fairly cheaply at the start was a good result.
Can you explain feelings or emotions when you took that your first Test wicket?
Yeah, it's obviously something I'll never forget, and obviously pretty proud just to get the baggy green, but to take a couple of wickets was fantastic as well, and albeit I probably bowled a few better balls and didn't get wickets, but I'm not going to give them back either.
Mitch, if you watch growing up, was there anything quick that you tried to emulate, or anyone in particular you watch pretty closely?
No, not really. Growing up, I was a keeper, so I've only been bowling for 6 years. But yeah, growing up, I idolised Steve Waugh a lot and really admired how he was on and off the field. So I guess after I started bowling, it kind of looked at guys like Glenn McGrath was obviously a great bowler. So, but yeah, I was a keeper growing up.
Were part of your plans to sort of wait for the Kiwis to self-destruct a little bit?
No, that wasn't our plan, but I guess we just wanted to stick to our and be patient, and obviously knew they were going to play their shots. So if we could be patient and understand that we may go for a few runs, the rewards would come, and to have them fight for about 100, I think they was a good result.
Mitch, who are the guys, as you say, you've only been bowling for a relatively short time, 21 years, who are the guys that you've really worked with closely as mentors and coaches in that 6-year period to get you to here?
Well, to get me over to bowling was a guy I worked with in Sydney was Neil DaCosta, to kind of persuaded me to take up bowling, and then I worked closely through the last sort of 4 to 5 years with Troy Cooley and Craig McDermott at the academy as well, and Matthew Nicholson back in New South Wales. So those guys have sort of helped me get to where I am today, I guess.
Last question, Ben.
You might have Australian and Australian at the table now. Your girlfriend, or? Fair way to go to that.
Well, she's played one test as well, but she's played a few more games for Australia than I have. So.
There we go. Well, thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.